first thing you got to do when you get a camera is you either electronically shut off or tape over your light there. Because that intimidates people, and you don't want them to know when you're recording, when you're not recording. You want it to be sort of a very personal relationship. You're invading somebody's space when you're making friends with them and every time you film them. It's a social transaction that has to be a pleasant transaction for your subject. Can't have nose hairs. You don't wear sunglasses. When we went to Cuba the first time, the guy that we were working with thought he was really cool and wore sunglasses all the time and a hat pulled over here and was more intimidating than he was friendly. So people have to want to share their lives with you. And you have to really believe that Peter's a good guy, and that he has to feel that from you, and that you're genuinely interested in him, and you're not just stealing his soul. You're not going to just film him and then run away and never see him again. He needs to have your phone number to be able to reach you. We're making a film about little kids who come up by themselves from Central America. They all have Claire's phone number. And feel that they can call her anytime, and that if they have a problem, we're going to help them as a human being besides being a filmmaker. And so all those things are part of what happens. Small crews, because you're invading somebody's space, you don't want to come in with 10 people. Never use a boom, because if you're trying to get somebody to act natural and you got this thing dangling down in front of them, it can be intimidating. Eye contact when you're talking to somebody. It's hard to do with these new cameras because you have to be riding the focus so much. It's been a very difficult year for me dealing with these big chip cameras, because the way in which I interact with the subject has changed a lot. Because before I could shoot with the EX3 and hold it and know that I'd be in focus. And the camera that he has, I can hold it, I know that I'm going to be in focus. With the cameras that we're using now, you have to keep your nose in the monitor and be riding it the whole time, and so you're distracted, and your subject can feel it. So I've really been struggling this year to sort of maintain the type of natural relationship. When you're making friends with somebody, you don't start filming them. You're talking to them, you describe what the project is, they have to have a stake in this themselves. There's got to be some reason that's a positive reason for them to participate in the project. You have to figure out what that is and to sort of move them forward with that as an incentive to them. So there's a never-ending calculus of decisions that you're making that try to maintain that access, keep that access. You need to come up with a strategy for maintaining your access.